Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. I am teacher Oakley. And this week, for the next 3 days at this particular time slot, the class will be looking at English intonation and three important aspects of intonation in English. In the last couple of weeks, just a little lead up. In the last couple of weeks, we were looking at syllable stress, and then that led into reduced English speech, kind of reducing our words and joining our words closer together to create the timing and the rhythm. So we kind of moved from syllable stress to timing and rhythm, and now we're moving on to intonation and how the intonation changes under different circumstances. Intonation, of course, refers to the high and low pitch of English, how the blended sounds, the blended pitches come together in the English language. We are going to start today by looking at something that I call highlighting. Now, for me, personally, when I teach this subject in English, I basically focus on three things, and that will comprise the three classes this week at this time slot here in Verbling. Number one, highlighting. We're going to talk about today. Number two are the patterns which typical English users use. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And then the third class will be about expressive intonation, using emotion in language. That'll be a fun class. We'll do a little acting. In any case, today, I think if you were paying attention last week, I think you can see how what we're talking about last week kind of folds into today's lesson with highlighting. Last week we were concentrating on talking about function words that are underpronounced, that are reduced in pronunciation, and in fact join very closely with other words they're next to in a sentence. As important as that is, and that's very important, the other side of the coin is that other words don't get reduced and joined. In fact, they get highlighted. They're pronounced even more than stressed words in sentences to draw attention to them. Okay, so much for the intro. We've got a bunch of students in here now, so I'm going to start by saying hello, doing a little microphone check, making sure I can talk to you guys. Hussein, hello. Welcome to the class.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. How was your weekend?
Nice to see you again. Normal.
Normal? Okay. Mine was wet. Just rained every second.
No, in our city, very hot. Only at home, air conditioner, usual at home because of outside very hot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway, welcome to the class. Good to see you. Let me also welcome Carlos. Hi, Carlos. Welcome.
Hi, Oakley. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing?
Fine. My week is very good.
Great. Glad to hear it. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay. Jeanette, welcome. Hello? He says tentatively. Jeanette, is your microphone working? No. Good heavens. All right. Okay. Same problem. All right. Well, you'll just have to practice at home, I suppose. Okay. Moving on. Hello, Isabella.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay. Isabella, where are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. Terrific. All right. Glad you could join us. Let me welcome some others. Hello, Mustafa. How are you doing today?
Um, I'm doing well, teacher. Thank you for asking. Good to see you again. Good morning for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I guess good morning, yeah? Correct?
Yeah, it's still morning. Indeed. All right. Great. Great to have you back. Hello, Mark.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And by the way, if your weekend was cold, was wet, mine was cold. Really.
Hot, cold, wet. All right. All right. Yeah, it was wet. It is so humid out right now. It's like walking
Yeah,
is
it's
like
so cold.
swimming.
You know, right now it's 0 degrees for me.
Wow, really? No
Yeah.
kidding. Wow. Impressive. Okay. Marcus, welcome to the class. Hi, Marcus.
Hi, teacher. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Good to see you in class again. Nice to have you
Okay, thank
here.
you.
Okay. And hello, Philip.
Hi,
Welcome.
teacher. Thank
Hi
you
there.
very much. One
Okay.
minute and I will have missed the class.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually started on time today.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, let's get started. We're going to talk about highlighting. Again, last week we spent a lot of time looking at reduced forms of function words. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start talking again about content and function words. Last week we spent a lot of time looking at how function words were joined to each other or to other content words and how the pronunciation was reduced. A common mistake, even when students learn about this, or they learn how to join these words together very, very nicely. Sometimes one mistake that I hear, especially from my students who are doing speaking preparation for TOEFL or IELTS or CAE or other equivalent standardized academic English tests, is that they will increase their pace or their timing will improve. However, they're reducing sounds, but the opposite is true. When you were speaking, 2 or 3 or even 4 content words in a row, particularly when they're multisyllabic, when they're 3 or 4 syllables or beats or vowel sounds in each word. When you're saying those all in a row, you need to actually slow down a bit because you don't have any bridging function words to speed through. You need to actually slow down and carefully pronounce when you have content words all in a row. It works the opposite. Highlighting that we're looking at today, basically in English, just like in words, we have stressed syllables and unstressed syllables. In sentences, we have stressed words or content words and function words, which are unstressed, even reduced to our friend the schwa sound. Of those stressed words, we will tend to pick one. There's one of those words in a sentence and give extra stress. Extra. I'm doing it. Okay. Extra stress to it, or highlight it because we think it's an important word in that sentence, or really we tend to highlight one word in each clause. Okay, I just highlighted the word highlight, and then I highlighted the word clause. if you're paying attention. Okay, just as a little bit of a review, we're going to take a quick look at content words and function words, and then kind of dissect some sentences, and then talk about specifics in the highlighting. All right, we've had some shifty here. I think, let's see, somebody new came in and somebody left. Okay, another student has joined. I can't actually read your name. Is it G? Starts with a J. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name, please?
You can call me Judy.
Judy.
Yes. It's first
Okay.
day.
It's your first day. Okay. Hi, Judy. Welcome to Verbally. Hi. Where are you from?
I'm from Korea, South Korea. I live
Cool.
in California, Irvine.
Irvine, L.A. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Judy. Kidding. Joke. Sorry. Just kidding. Los Angeles is not my favorite city.
Oh, really? How come?
How come? I don't know. You know, a lot of reasons, Judy. You'll figure it out after you've been there. Okay. Anyway, welcome to the class. All right. I'm going to do a screen share with all of you and start talking a little bit about explaining what we're talking about when we're looking at highlighting words. All right. Now, okay. Judy, since you're new, Judy, I should mention, basically, when you're not speaking, it's a good idea to mute your microphone.
Okay.
So that we don't hear what's going on, you know, behind you in the background. All right. And then as we go around, I'll mention your name and ask you questions or ask you to do things, and then, you know, unmute yourself and we'll talk. Different teachers may feel differently about it. I don't mind if you guys have a question, if you mention it in the chat box, if you're more comfortable doing that. If you have a question and you want to just say, "Excuse me, teacher," out loud, unmute yourself, I'm okay with that. All right, I like questions. Questions really help me to teach the lesson, so please don't be shy. I really encourage any questions. I don't care how you ask them, honestly, for me. Okay, let's get started. Content and function words. All words in English can basically be put into these categories. Content words have a specific meaning. They mean something. A book, a fly, maybe abstract words, yellow, freedom, what have you. While function words are the connectors, the glue that sticks the sentences together. When you learn grammar, you're learning how to use function words. Function words, grammar words, construction words. Okay. Basically, not entirely, the content words are kind of like the stressed syllables in a word. Banana, okay, the second syllable. Na is stressed. Content words within a sentence structure will generally be fully pronounced. The stressed syllable will be higher, higher pitched. The full vowel sound pronounced. Maybe the vowel sound will be stretched slightly. It may come louder. Okay, and the most important word in the sentence, in that case it was most, will actually definitely be louder, noticeably different than the other words. Louder, longer vowel, higher pitch, etc. Okay, while the function words are more like the unstressed syllables in a word, there are unstressed words in a sentence. So banana, the b and the n at the end are just fast schwa sounds, the sound. Okay, they're underpronounced. Okay, For the most part, content words are the stressed words. There are some other exceptions. For example, content words, of course, include the obvious. Nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs are four main groups of content words. Some demonstratives, specifically, to be specific, we stress the demonstratives this, that, these, and those in sentences. Those people are crazy. This pencil doesn't work. Okay, these tend to get stressed in sentences. Other demonstratives, for example, articles or quantifiers, some people don't know when to shut up. Some is a quantifier, also a demonstrative. It works on the noun. It helps describe the noun. That's what demonstratives do. Okay, but there are kind of strong and weak demonstratives. All you really have to remember, that, this, these, and those. Things that you point to when you speak, you're going to highlight when you speak. You're going to stress them when you speak. Also, interrogatives, these are the question words. We want people to understand we're speaking a sentence, so of course we're going to highlight who, what, where, when, why. Why are you doing that? What did he say? And also negatives, negative contractions, specifically because we want to show a difference between the positive and the negative. So we say them differently. You know, we say can, C-A-N, very quickly. Can, I can do it. We say can't with much higher pitch, much more pronounced, carefully pronounced vowel sound, louder, longer vowel sound, stretch it a little. Can't, won't, don't, mustn't. Also no and never are very much stressed. Function words, or words that are underpronounced, even reduced pronunciation, or pronounced very quickly within the sentence. Articles, a and the, prepositions, of, for, in, out, on, up, down. Okay, they get reduced. Conjunctions, joining, and whether they're connecting conjunctions like and, but, so, for, or even subordinate conjunctions, while, when, as, because. Okay, they join two clauses together. These are what conjunctions do, and they're also reduced. Auxiliary verbs are the helper verbs that create a verb tense. Okay, you want to create a perfect tense. He has been there, has been. He's been there. We even fold them into pronouns to create a contraction. He's instead of he has. These are very obviously reduced into contractions. Again, personal pronouns. He, she, it, they. Possessive pronouns, her, his, its. All right. And even relative pronouns, which are, well, sometimes interrogative, so you have to be careful. When is he is the man who sold me the car. Who sold me the car? That's a relative pronoun. It's not actually a question. So it's not really being used as an interrogative anymore. Also reduced.
We say that kind of unstressed, right?
Yeah, all of these function words are basically unstressed.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some confusing ones. For example, relative pronouns can also be the same word, can be an interrogative, right? Yeah, and okay, the demonstrative, the strong demonstrative that that pencil is broken can also be, that has a lot of functions in English. It can be a conjunction, and it can also be a relative pronoun. So Yeah, you have to, sometimes you have to be aware what is the function of the word.
Yeah,
Definitely.
something like that's the guy I told you before, and how would I say? See that guy? That's the guy I wanted before. I think that can be stressed and unstressed, right?
Well, okay. Well, no. All right. No, that's an interesting point. He is the man that told me that you were coming. Okay. He that told me. When you use it, that verb, you're using it as a relative pronoun in place of the man. He is the okay. He is the man that told me. All right. That's a relative pronoun. It's unstressed. But if you start a sentence, the chances are that it can't be a relative pronoun. So
Yeah, because we're pointing something. So that's the
pointing.
pencil.
Right, because you're pointing at something. Exactly. So when you use it with a noun, particularly at the beginning of a sentence, it's probably going to be stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's generally the idea. But Mark has asked a very intelligent question. This is, okay, I will say this again because this is very important. Generally speaking, we are going to be stressing the content words and reducing the function words. However, especially in the light of today's lesson, looking at highlighting, it is possible for you, the speaker, to highlight any word, any type of word, okay? Even the function words. And we will talk about those special cases as we continue the class. It is definitely possible to use absolutely any word as a highlighted word. Oh, you're not. Oh, I thought you said you were going to a White House, not the White House. Okay, the White House where the president lives. All right, I'm making a correction. I'm correcting information. So I highlight the to show the difference between the White House and a White House. A White House. It is possible, especially with corrections. I didn't throw the ball to him. I threw the ball at him. At, as a preposition, as a correction, is being stressed. Okay, so, and literally any word could be highlighted if the speaker sees it as important. We'll get to it later, but corrections are definitely always highlighted in English. Let's just take a quick look at, and I'll introduce the actual highlighting. Let's take a quick look at some sentences and kind of dissect them. All right, Hussein?
Mhm.
All right. Now, keeping in mind our function words and content words, what words are we going to call our content words or our stressed words?
Content word in the sentences.
Yeah, in the first sentence.
First
I'll help you. Let's go one word at a time. I
and go.
I is a
Go
personal pronoun.
Okay. I and go.
Okay.
Go. Go.
Okay. Go. All right. Wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. How about have?
Have function words.
Have. Okay, it is very good.
You
This
also.
is a tricky one. This is a little bit tricky. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but have to here is functioning as a modal, like must. I must go. I have to go.
Have to.
In fact, it's reduced to have to, right?
Have to.
Okay, let's continue. All right, go. So so far we've only really got one.
To
right.
Also reduction of function words. To there also.
Yeah.
A supermarket is content word, noun.
It is.
For, fur, function
Fur.
words,
Good. Fur. Yeah, you're right.
fur,
Yeah.
some content maybe, yes, content, and eggs. So
Eggs.
some eggs
Some.
content, definitely.
No. Actually,
No?
it's not. Some is. Excuse me. Pardon me. Some is a demonstrative. It's called a quantifier. Really, I should put quantifiers in my list here of function words because honestly, they are quantifiers like some, a lot. You know, think of how we say a lot. A lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people don't like liver. All right, well, I say that very fast. Quantifiers really belong in this function, with these function words, honestly. So there you go. There it is. Very simple. All right. So read now, Hussein. Read the sentence.
I have I have to go to the supermarket for some eggs.
Okay. See, now you're highlighting some, which you really shouldn't do. For some, it's actually going to sound like. Let me try. Okay. I have to go to the supermarket for some eggs. Smegs. Sounds like smegs.
Sorry, in this sentence, some will be reduced or function words, not content.
Definitely reduced. It is a quantifier. It shows how many, quantity. How many or how much. Yeah. Okay, so Hussein, what do you think would be the most highlighted word? Obviously, it's going to have to be either go or supermarket or eggs. It has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be. Again, you can highlight any word, but 99% of the time, we're going to highlight a content word. Which would be your choice?
For eggs.
Eggs
Yes.
is your choice? All right. Let's try it. Well, let's play around. All right. Hussein?
I have to go to the supermarket for some eggs.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, Hussein. Nothing wrong with that at all. What Hussein is saying is the important part to him as the speaker is the eggs. He needs to get the eggs.
I will go to the supermarket exactly for eggs, not another product.
Exactly. Exactly. You care about specifying what you need to get. There's nothing wrong with that. There would be nothing wrong with also stressing supermarket. I have to go to the supermarket for some eggs. Okay. There would be nothing wrong with that either if I'm stressing where I need to go. It's totally up to the speaker what word is highlighted. There are no rules. There is no right and wrong here, okay, in today's lesson. You guys can't even make any mistakes today. It's not really possible. There is a likelihood that you might choose one word over another word, okay? But different situations, different circumstances, different sets of mind or frame of mind, you might pick one or the other. Okay, let's take another look here. Carlos, let's take a look at this sentence. Let's think about, first of all, let's analyze it and dissect it in terms of content and function words. All right, let's one by one. Carlos, Ralph.
Ready.
Yeah, ready. Ralph.
Ready.
Okay.
Ralph is
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, proper nouns, okay, which also forgot to be put on the list. People's names are are going to be content words. All right.
Likes is a function, a content.
Okay. Yes, it is. How about
To,
two?
function.
Yep.
Eat, content.
Okay. Onions.
Onions, content.
Okay. In.
Function.
Yeah. His.
Function.
Yes. Ice cream. And again, okay. Ice
Content.
cream is content. Yeah, it's one word. It's a compound noun. Okay. This is an interesting sentence. Go ahead, Carlos. Read it, and then we'll talk about it a little more.
Ralph likes to eat onions in his ice cream.
Okay. Very good. All right. Ralph likes. Now, Ralph likes. Notice when we have two in a row, like that. Ralph likes. Notice what I'm doing with my pitch. Ralph likes.
Okay.
To kind of double out what you high pitch the second one.
It could be either. Ralph likes. Actually, I'm high pitching the first one. Ralph likes.
Yeah.
I basically what I'm doing is I'm making this. I need another color, blue. The same way. Okay, actually, I'm going about this backwards. Look at ice cream. Now, ice cream is a compound noun. We can very clearly hear high pitch on the first syllable and a low pitch on the second. That's what
because
we call,
half that likes, not everyone else.
well, it's a pattern. It's a stress pattern that we use for all compound nouns. Ice cream, baseball, airplane, notebook, cell phone, doesn't matter. High, low, air conditioner. When I say the word conditioner by itself, that's how I say it. But when I say air conditioner, I go low on conditioner. I fully pronounce it. I say it louder and stronger, but low pitch.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, even though this is a function word, I have to keep my rhythm. Ralph likes to eat onions in his ice cream would sound weird if I high-pitched all of the content words. Doesn't that sound weird? Ralph likes to eat onions in his ice cream.
Yeah, that's definitely. There's no melody. There's no softness. I'm not sure about the word.
I sound slightly hysterical. I sound like I'm freaking out or something. It sounds wrong. There's got to be up and down. We will alter our intonation to accommodate when we have function words in a row. We will modulate. If you know what that means, modulate. We'll go up and down. Ralph likes to eat onions. Now, eat onions in his ice cream. Okay, Carlos, back to you. So
Okay.
I go slightly low. Now, how about this second combination?
Okay. Ralph likes to eat onions in his ice cream.
Now, I notice you doing this. Does everybody else notice this? Carlos can't help himself. He's doing it. He's highlighting onions.
Yep.
Aren't you, Carlos? You
Yes.
are. Right. Why are you doing that?
I am doing. I am highlighting that word.
Yes, you are. Do you know why you're doing it?
No.
Well, you're not wrong. I'll tell you that. You're not wrong. Why? Can anybody tell me? Class, anybody. Why do you think Carlos is just naturally picking out onions to have the most highlight in this sentence?
Because it's the most important part
Is it-
for me
There you
in the
go.
sentence.
It's the most important part for Carlos. That is the absolute correct answer. It's probably the most important part because it's the most unusual or new information. Okay? So when I'm teaching you guys, of course I'm going to pick out new terminologies, or I'm going to be stressing what I think is the most important for you to hear. I try to do that very carefully. Okay, when you have new, strange information, when you present new, strange information, yeah, it's definitely going to be highlighted. Okay, another similar example. John is gone. Who's come and gone here? Heber is with us. Hello, Heber.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, welcome. Oh, and Lena. Hi, Lena.
Hello.
Hi
Nice to
there.
see you. Hello, everyone.
Good to see you as well. Okay, let me try this again with Isabella. Isabella, let's dissect a sentence here, word by word. Isabella, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. My, content or function?
Content. No, function. Function.
Function, you're right. Function. Dog.
Content.
Content, definitely a noun. Can.
Content.
No. Modals. Modals are basically kinds.
Oh,
Modal
yeah,
verbs.
it's
I didn't.
function.
I
Because
should.
if it was canned, it was going to be like content, right?
I really need to put modals in with auxiliary verbs. Okay, modals are verbs like should, would, could. They are often reduced. They're often closely joined to words around them. Modals are kind of more or less helper verbs. All right. Anyway, so okay, function word. How about dance?
Content.
Yep. The.
Function.
Okay. How about cha-cha?
Content.
Content, and cha-cha is basically another compound noun. Do you know the cha-cha, Isabella?
I don't think so.
You don't? Can you dance the cha-cha? Okay.
I don't really know what it is.
It's not important to the. It's a type of dance. All right. Okay. Read the sentence for me.
My dog can dance the cha-cha.
Okay. I couldn't really tell. Which word are you highlighting here?
Cha.
Cha. Okay. My dog can dance the cha-cha.
Why is it blue?
I'm making it blue because it's a lower pitch. Okay, in English, we have a primary stress, all right, which is high, fully pronounced, loud, and stretched vowel sounds, all right? We have secondary stress, which is low, loud, fully pronounced, and stretched, all right? Primary and secondary stress. Most clearly you can hear in compound words. Baseball, ice cream. Hear how my voice is going high, low. But it's fully pronouncing cream. It's not reducing that vowel sound. Ice cream. Cha-cha. Cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
No.
Cha-cha.
You need more high-low. Cha-cha.
High-low. Cha-cha.
That's better. All right, that's better. My dog can dance the cha-cha. You might even, because this is so weird, you might even give it extra highlighting. One more time, Isabella.
My dog can dance the cha-cha.
Okay. Now, Frankly, the main rhythm of this sentence is extremely easy to deal with because we're dealing, function content, function content, function content, and then low pitch. It's really easy rhythm to say this sentence. Very easy to speak this sentence when it very clearly and easily alternates content and function words, which happens frequently in English. It's easy to hold a good rhythm. She could have chosen really any of these words. Isabella?
Yes.
Okay. Now highlight the first word, dog.
Sorry?
Highlight the first word. Not the first word. Highlight dog, the first content word. Read this sentence, but use.
Oh, okay. My dog can dance the cha-cha.
Well, you're highlighting two, but okay. My dog
My
can dance.
dog. My
My
dog
dog
can dance
can
the
dance.
cha-cha.
All right.
My dog can dance the cha-cha.
There you go. My dog can dance the cha-cha. You could highlight the verb to show that it's different. You could highlight any of these. All right, would be possible. Totally, again, up to the speaker. All right, let's look at a very practical, useful, ordinary sentence. Next, Mustafa. Let's analyze it first and then play around with it. Why?
Okay. Highlight.
Yeah.
Does highlight. He, no.
Wait a minute.
Yet.
Wait. Hold everything. Why are you highlighting does?
I'll tell you later.
What?
Teacher, when I read the sentence, I cannot don't highlight the does because does come like naturally from my mouth. I practice it, and I see myself. I cannot pronounce does without highlighting.
Okay. Well, does is an auxiliary verb, which we use for this in questions and in negatives with the present simple. We use does or do, and with the past simple we use did or didn't. Do, does, doesn't, or the negative. Questions and negatives we use do as an auxiliary, right? In the question, that's not the main verb.
But teacher, I'll complete like the sentence with you. But then at the end, I want you to pronounce the full sentence and don't highlight does. So I can not. How can you pronounce it? Okay.
What do you want to do? You want to read the sentence first?
I'll read the sentence first, but then you have to read the sentence. I want to see how can you like don't highlight does when you read it. Okay. Because I think it is like obvious to highlight it.
No, it's obvious for me not to. Quite the opposite.
Okay. He not. Highlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? Yes, of course.
Okay, that's the main verb in the sentence. Yes.
Yeah. To know.
You know.
And do. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Now I'll pronounce it.
And it. Well, it.
Okay. I don't know.
It is, of course, a pronoun. Unstressed. Okay, yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay. Why does he want to do it? Why does he want to do it?
Why does he want to do it?
That.
Why does he want to do it?
See, does, teacher. Look, focus on does. Does it's pronounced. Why does he want to do it?
Why does he want to do it?
Yeah.
Does he? Why does he want to do it?
But by the way, he not pronounced. He took like E. Why does he want to do it?
Yeah, I'm reducing he to E. Why does he? Why does he want to do it?
And also, it's at the end. It's looked like just I. Why does he want to do it? Like, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's like do what? Do what?
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to have falling intonation, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. It has to, because you're asking for information. So it has to go down. There's no choice here. It has to go down in pitch. That's part of the intonation pattern. When you ask a information question, you must fall at the end of the question. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Why does he want to do it? Now you could, why does he want to do it? Why does he want to do it? Why does he want to do it? Well, it's weird to highlight this last do, but why does he want to do it? Okay, he wants, he's got to, I don't know, bury a dead animal. Why does he want to do it? Depends on why you're asking the question.
Maybe because we took class before, like about wanna. It's become like and short question, so kind of fast.
Now, okay. Now here's the. All right. Now you see your. We learned those reductions. There's a reason I was teaching reductions last week, and I'm teaching this week. Why? Because commonly we use the reductions, but again, you can highlight anything. Why does he want to do it? You can highlight anything. So highlighting overrules. Basically, intonation is more important than any other pronunciation feature. Your intonation will override things like syllable stress, pronunciation, reduced forms, and rhythm. Everything will be supplanted, is subordinate to the intonation. Okay, you have pronunciation, and syllable stress subordinates pronunciation. We change pronunciation to accommodate syllable stress. We change syllable stress and pronunciation to accommodate rhythm and reduction. We supplant rhythm and reduction to accommodate intonation. So, Mustafa, that is the essential lesson right here. Why does he want to do it? I can do that because intonation always will subordinate rhythm. Always. It's more important. Okay? So I can do that.
Okay.
All right? So it's okay, perfectly okay to do that.
Okay.
All right.
Teacher, thank you.
Sure. All right, we're getting on here, so okay, enough of that. Let's move on. Okay. All right, how do we choose which word to highlight? Well, I know I'm saying this over and over, beating a dead horse, but you can choose any word that you want as the speaker. It is common for new information to come at the end of a sentence. It's the nature of English, especially if we're telling a story, giving sequential information, explaining a procedure. Just basically, you tend to restate something and then add the new information at the end. Restate, add, restate, add, restate, add. It's very common. Here I've underlined the new pieces of information, which obviously are coming at the end of the sentence. Let me hear, Mark, let me hear how you say this short paragraph.
The highlighted one.
Yeah, go ahead and just read this, keeping in mind where the new information in the...
Okay, it's common for the highlighted word.
No, yeah, no, I mean the bullet
Okay,
pointed.
only the example.
Example, yeah.
Yeah. I was on my way to work when I saw a big dog. He was walking right down the middle of the road. I think he was drunk.
Okay. Notice, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there were some other highlights there. All right. I was on my way to work. All right. He basically also highlighted this. Now, I didn't do this. I underlined the new information. He highlighted the new information as well. Why did he do that? Well, because there's a break here. These are two separate clauses. This is normal. This is good. So I was on my way to work, and I saw a big dog. Okay, that's normal. These are two clauses that comprise this sentence. This is a compound sentence made up of two independent clauses, so very normal. I also heard, Mark, what else did you in the next sentence? What other word? Go ahead and read it again.
Okay. Okay. He was walking right down the middle of the road.
Okay. Where did you go higher? You did a couple times. I'll tell you. He was walking.
Right down.
Yeah, I would even say right down the middle of the road.
And middle and road. Then road.
Okay. He was walking right down the middle of the road. All right. You may choose to highlight right or middle here because this is the surprising information. Dogs don't normally walk in the middle of the road. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Again, you can choose any and be right. You clearly highlighted drunk. Now, Mustafa, was thinking that big was highlighted. It really shouldn't be. And I saw a big dog. What you're hearing here is the intonation, the falling intonation at the end of a sentence. Okay, always remember that. Now, if you want to highlight, I saw a big dog. Notice that my dog. Okay, I'm highlighting. This happens frequently. I'm highlighting the last word of the sentence, but it's at the end of the statement. The last word is. Did you do that? Yeah, you did, actually.
Okay.
And I saw a big dog. Dog. If you slow down my speech, notice that it would be like dog. It goes up and down. I have to go up because I'm highlighting it. I have to go down because I have to follow the intonation pattern here. And the patterns suggest I have to fall at the end of a statement if I'm sure, if I believe that statement. Of course, the speaker would be.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to happen a lot. In intonation, you will frequently hear a modulation in the last word, especially when the last word is a one-syllable word. Middle of the road, 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 dog, drunk. I think he was drunk, drunk. All right, both high and low, which is something I really wanted you guys to be able to hear. The common and the strongest, in my opinion, okay, just my opinion, but I think the strongest highlights are when a speaker is correcting and or contrasting information. Marcus, are you still here? No. Philip, try this first sentence.
The mayor is going to raise taxes and cut spending.
Okay.
Mayor is going to raise taxes and cut spending.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Not really. Now that would be a little bit confusing, Philip. Because here's the thing: you're really going to highlight when you have a contradiction. A contradiction. Yeah, contradiction. Raise, cut. You're saying two opposite words in one sentence. All right. Okay. Listen to how I say it. The mayor is going to raise taxes and cut spending.
Okay.
A noticeable sharp rise in pitch. That rise in pitch is the key component of highlighting.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Can I repeat it again?
Yes, you.
Mayor is going to raise taxes and cut spending.
Okay. Now that time, Philip, that was much better. There's another element to highlighting that Philip used that time, which he did not use previously, and that is creating a very small space here after the highlighted word. Okay? The mayor is going to raise taxes and cut spending. Now, I exaggerated it slightly there in that example, but we frequently make a little pause when we want to highlight a word. I just did with frequently and pause. I just demonstrated it again. Okay. Another example, both the correction and the contrast. Judy's gone. Okay. Lena is gone now. People popping in and out of this class. Hey, Bear. Hello, hey, Bear. Again.
Hello, teacher.
All right. Can you try this one?
All right. I want the blue. I'm sorry. I want the blue one, not the yellow one.
Okay. I want the blue one, not the yellow one. All right. Also, notice how I'm highlighting not the negative. I want the blue one, not the yellow one. Okay, one more try. Hey, Bear.
All right. I want the blue one, not the yellow one.
Okay. Better. Okay, that's much better. Okay, well, stronger. All right, correction. All right, let's try one without a contrast, but a correction. Hussein, back to you.
I should have turned to the right at the light.
Okay, that was pretty good. Except you said
right.
but okay.
I should have turned to the right at the light.
You shoulda. Okay, and then reduced, if you remember last week, you shoulda. You shoulda turned to the right, the light. You should have turned to the right at the light, not the left. Okay, it's a correction. And we don't always have to say not the left. It becomes obvious that it's a correction by our intonation. We really exaggerate the high pitch. You should have turned to the right at the light. Where are you going? Okay. All right. A couple examples of when function words are used as a highlighted word. So, okay, let me hear somebody do the whole thing here. Carlos. Carlos, are you there? Jeanette? Oh, Jeanette's gone. Carlos? Carlos? No. I can't hear you now, Carlos. Isabella, can you try this?
Alfred says, this has been a great class. Yusuf, how do I pronounce it, Yusuf?
Yusuf, yeah.
Yusuf replies, yes, Alfred, it has been a great class.
Or sometimes you may just hear the auxiliary verb by itself. Yes, Alfred, it has. Okay, to show strong agreement, frequently we're going to highlight this auxiliary. We're going to match the auxiliary, just similar to the auxiliary in a tag question. We're going to match the tag to the statement. Same here. We're going to match the auxiliary to the statement to show strong agreement. This is a case where we frequently will highlight a function word. And Isabella, naturally, great job. I didn't even give you any kind of clue, but it is very common to highlight the adjective, which she clearly did. That was very clear, Isabella. Great job. This has been a great class. Yes, it has. All right. Also, anytime a function word is a correction, it's also going to be highlighted. Jeanette? No? No microphone? Not yet. Mustafa, can you try this last one?
Okay. What's the second name? Miguel? Miguel?
Miguel.
Miguel. Okay. The waiter asks, would you like soup or salad? Miguel replies, I'd like soup and salad.
Ah, very good. Now, that was interesting, Mustafa. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. You gave me very strong, very clear listing intonation. That is a pattern. When we list things, we always go high, no matter how many things we say, high, 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 low. And it was very clear he went very high on soup and very low on salad, which was correct. Good job. However, he altered his listing pattern to accommodate the highlighting. That was very good. I'd like soup and salad. So you went low, high, low instead of high, high, reduced, low. Very good. That was perfect, as it should be, in fact. Exactly as you should do it. So you altered your normal pattern to accommodate the more important intonation. Great. That was very good. We'll be looking at a lot more of these patterns of intonation in tomorrow's class. Should be interesting. There's a little bit of psychology involved. There really is. You can figure out how to psychologically analyze the person you're speaking to, or even manipulate them mentally. So
yeah, I do agree with you.
Yeah, I hope you can join me tomorrow. I'm out of time for today. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you very